E3, the preeminent event in all of gaming, every summer. The press convenes on Los Angeles.
So, Mark, it's not June yet.
I'm aware of that. There's a little bit of news that came out.
It's road to E3 now.
It starts right now, baby.
Get the thumbnail ready. I'm in the car. Like,
I missed that thumbnail. That was a good thumbnail.
It's the Final Fantasy thing, but it's us.
That's what we're doing this year.
The car.
We're so doing that this year.
Florence and the Machine playing in the background.
That's so good. Okay.
Let's go. Why are we talking about E3? Wait,
Electronic Entertainment
Expo. Now, why are we talking about E3 in the middle of February? That is because they have announced that E3 2017 is open to consumers.
And it's only 4 months away.
Only. Open to consumers for the low price of $250 per badge. You can go to the E3 floor, and you can play all these games that are announced, and you can brag to all your friends about how fucking cool you are.
One day?
No. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Odd.
Now,
those really long lines too.
Yes, absolutely. Just like you would at any other con.
Those are the best.
You will not have admittance to the keynotes. Microsoft, Sony, Bethesda, whoever decides to do that.
That's smart.
That is entirely a crapshoot as to whether or not you can get into those. But you can play the games on the floor. Now, that might sound exciting, but need I remind you that the E3 floor from last year was pretty sparse. Pretty sparse. No EA.
This could be
Bethesda opted for their own private event.
This year, Bethesda's not going to be there this year?
We don't know what the floor looks like this year. We're too far out. We're too far out. But last year, it was pretty much Nintendo brought Zelda. Sony and Microsoft had a couple of things. And I think Capcom might have had a smaller booth, but that was about it.
So there's really no incentive as a non-journalist to go.
I'm very confused. I'm extremely confused because you already have several great events throughout the year. Penny Arcade Expo leading the pack on that.
Yep.
Where you can go and get your hands on pre-release games. CES, you can go get your hands on pre-release tech. You can go get your hands on all this other stuff. Probably have a better time because there's more going on. E3 is offering you $250 to go in there and play second fiddle to the press, which you got to imagine this isn't a good look for the press either because this is the press event. And now they're going to have to share the floor with people that want to go.
You want to know why? I'll tell you why. It's because people like us exist. We have cameras, we have microphones, and we have internet. And that's slowly becoming the new press. Like, I watched a guy who, he does fucking reviews of Skyrim mods. Yeah. He got fucking, you know what I'm talking about, MXR?
I'm sure I've seen. Okay. He does like his thumbneds like scantily clad.
Yeah. Awesome dude. Dude's like fucking 22. He's fucking young. So.
Yep.
But he got called out from EA to go play Battlefield 1 when that came out.
Because he's an influencer.
Right. That is the press now. It's not GameSpot. It's not like, does GameSpot even still do shit?
Yeah. GameSpot still. Yeah.
It's those companies, they have a place. And there's I guess a degree of respect that they still earn because they worked hard to get to where they are.
Sure.
But there's a lot of new people.
But you have groups like us. I mean, you even have groups like Kind of Funny who their primary source is ad revenue in their Patreon.
Right.
But it's no longer these huge outlets. I mean, Giant Bomb really kind of started this when Jeff Gerstmann broke off of GameSpot over his Kane and Lynch 2 review.
Yeah.
And he said, well, fuck it. If the game media doesn't want me, then I literally Emperor Palpatine episode 3, I am the game media.
Yeah.
And fucking, he's like, fine, I do it. Here's my site. We're Giant Bomb. And they became a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And sure, you have other outlets like Mega 64 where they primarily do comedy videos, but they're always at these things.
Yeah.
We have Kind of Funny. Us, G Cubed.
We're up there.
Rooster Teeth in general.
We're working on it, man. Yeah, Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth, I mean, remember where they started.
Jesus Christ.
In a closet. So I think you're onto something where we're cheaper. We're easier to please. We're more likely to do what you want us to do. You know.
I would hope that there's still a little. I hope there's still a little bit of integrity when it comes to like these kind of floors. I understand that it doesn't.
Well, here's the thing. When I said that, I didn't necessarily mean integrity. I meant like if EA called us up and said, you and 3 of your men get out here and come play this, we'll take care of your flight and hotel.
Done.
We'd be on the next fucking flight.
I mean, you kind of set up a thing for Nintendo For
I
kind of
there is something in the works there.
So
there's something in the works there. Yes.
Like and to using that as an example, yeah, I'm planning on going to that. Like it's like I understand what you mean now. It's like I'm going.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I'm still gonna be honest though.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, your opinion is your opinion. Now, if they call you up and they say, "Hey, we want you to do basically a paid advertisement for this," then you can make a decision based on that.
Right.
Yeah.
And you just, okay, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to hype
the
up this
people
game.
that you're advertising to know that this is a paid advertisement.
Now, I'm sure that there are influencers on YouTube that are probably easier to influence than giant conglomerate companies.
Maybe that's why they want to open it up, because now they want the influencers to go to E3.
Right. They bring the influencers in. They go, "Hey, you're our guy. Come in here, check out our new game."
To come in.
Yep.
Right.
More money.
That's smart.
Full fence.
Yeah. That's smart. Because E3 is going to be something that they're going to want to be able to cover, because it's going to give them.
So you don't think this sullies the sanctity of the E3 reputation of being a press event?
I mean, as long as they keep them out of the keynotes.
No. Hell, fucking let them go in the keynotes.
No.
For all I care. Why?
Because that invites trolls.
No.
That invites trolls. I would pay $250 to troll a company.
Make it more expensive. Make it more expensive, but the availability, like, it's
the joke's on you. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you just have a lot of money, then you can just troll them.
But then I feel like if that happens though, like you get, I don't know, something really, really shitty needs to happen to you.
I'm gonna give you a couple of different perspectives. Now, a couple of years ago, I went to PAX Prime and it was still Prime, and I remember one of the glaring thoughts that I took away from it is we went out there to do a couple of things specifically regarding panels, and we missed those panels because we were in line to play Division. And not only was I unimpressed with the game,
it got better.
It did get better. I was unimpressed with that demo, but we had to continuously wait while they would bring in dozens of press and exhibitors and things like that. It made a line that was probably an hour and a half, about a 3-hour wait. Now, I saw something that concerned me at PAX South a couple of weeks ago, that now they have a different badge delineation where now there is a yellow badge. You're a content creator. So you're not necessarily the media. There are still media badges, but now there are content creator badges. So there's another section of people that they've opened up early access and cutting lines for.
Can you buy those badges?
I don't know if you can. You cannot buy a content creator badge. No, you have to meet a certain criteria to get the right. You have to meet a certain criteria. Yeah, well, you're going to pay something.
You have to meet the prerequisite,
right?
And you have to pay.
Now, my problem with this is what I left PAX Prime in 2015 with was, this is the consumer event. This is the fan event. They already have E3. They already have, to a certain extent, Gamescom in Germany, which is still, both, but they hole up in a hotel and they let the media check that stuff out. They already have Tokyo Game Show. They have these big, huge shows where the media gets to check things out. And there are tons of things that happen at E3 behind closed doors that you'll never get to see. I remember Twilight Princess was announced, like Miyamoto pulled like a napkin out of his wallet and was like, "We're working on Zelda, by the way," and like flung it on the table. And that was the year that there was nothing about Zelda on the floor in their keynote.
That's so weird.
And it came out like 3 days later. They're like, Nintendo, like in this closed door meeting, said they're working on Zelda. I took a picture with my fucking flip phone. This is the new Zelda. They like, that stuff is happening where you guys get to do that. The media gets to do that.
Yeah.
And I always felt like Penny Arcade Expo was a consumer thing. So you know what? If you want your early access, they kind of did it right at South. They had early access from like 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And that 10 a.m., it was the fans.
Everybody.
Now we're kind of blurring the lines where we have the content creator badges at PAX and the media badges and the exhibitor badges. And now E3 is open.
My only counter argument to that is those people, ourselves included, maybe one day, like, they earned it. Like, it's not something that they just like, hey, we woke up today and like, here's a badge that lets you get early access. They've worked really, really fucking hard.
That's not to take anything away from them for that, but it just makes it worse for the consumer that is trying to go to an event that was for them.
You had a press event and you had a consumer event, and now they're just kind of all
melding into one thing.
But an influencer isn't necessarily not a consumer.
True.
So like, why should?
But I mean, the press isn't necessarily not a non-consumer.
Press in games journalism is what you want to call it. That kind of isn't, because a lot, at least now that's changing. But before it was like, here's your reviewer copy, here's your reviewer copy, here's your reviewer. Like those people, like fucking GameSpot, like all those guys, they got copies of those games.
But do you think
early.
if a company has 60 employees, do you think they're giving them 60 copies of Battlefield?
Definitely not. No, for sure not. But what I'm getting at is like people like, I'm trying to think. I keep using MXR. I'm sorry, MXR. But when he went to E3 last year, he was invited out to E3 last year. Which again, for somebody who makes videos about mods, you're not like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even making videos about something that
you're not even making them.
You're not spending money. You're not spending money to buy those. Those things are coming out for free. Yeah. So, but you have that much of a pull, and that didn't come from the ether. Right. Like, he worked hard to get there.
Right.
So I can understand giving those people a little bit of something. I get that. But what I do agree with you, the fact that it shouldn't come at the cost of other people. The whole thing.
No, but it will. That's inevitable.
But no, the way you did it at PAX South, where they were there from 8 to 10, and then after that,
they had a period of time before the show opened on a couple of days.
That's smart.
Where if the content creators and the media and the first day was content creators and media, and the second day was exhibitors. And so Friday before the show opened, they were allowed to try whatever they wanted. Saturday before the show opened, they were allowed to try whatever they wanted.
I like that.
And then on Sunday, I don't know what they did for that, but after that, it was okay, guys. You're waiting in the lines just like the rest of them.
Of course,
now,
that did not.
Maybe I didn't wait in every line.
Exactly. Hey, so you're gonna tell me that not once in that conversation did you ever bring up the fact that you had a YouTube channel that you put up videos on?
I do. More power. Take advantage of a situation.
That's the thing. It's like, and we did that at
I'm concerned about the full. You're talking about OIX?
No, PAX East.
Right, we did.
But we ended up talking to a lot of indie teams and getting early access to a lot of indie games.
And you
got Albino Lullaby. That was
scared
awesome.
The living bejesus out of someone at OIX because you made them think that you were a big deal.
I did not do that. Neil did that.
Big deal Jay
I never
over here.
do that. I never do that. Neil did that shit, and he fucking called me over there. And
Big deal Neil.
I felt so bad for that guy.
Dude, sweating bullets.
He was sweating. He was like, "Oh, let me show you this. Oh, we're working on this." And I'm like, "Oh, that'd be cool if you did." He's like, "Oh, we can put that in."
Listen,
there.
buddy,
like,
we have a reach of literally dozens.
Dude, don't do. And then the thing that was funny about it was, I thought it was odd at the time, and then after the fact, Neil told me, I was like, "You asshole!
Yeah.
You just fucking made that guy shit his pants for no reason." But
I'm worried about like the communities and sort of like the overall, like just the spirit of these events.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
E3 being
a delicate thing,
right? E3 like it's always destination programming. It's probably my most exciting week of the year, and I'm a huge fan of sports. Just watched the fucking Super Bowl. It was awesome. I love baseball. I love hockey. And I get all those finals and all those playoffs, but I get more excited for anything throughout the entire year than I do E3. Yeah. Like E3 is it for me, and I will watch all that shit on Twitch, and I will stream it by myself, and I'll talk to myself and write fucking articles to myself. Like, I don't care. I love it. Yeah. I feel like I was kind of worried for the show when a bunch of publishers and developers started backing out, and now they're opening it up to consumers because they're going, oh shit, all these guys are backing out. We got to get the fans back in there, because I think, and this is my ultimate kind of conclusion that I'm coming to, I think that they're luring all these companies back by saying, well, now these fans are going to be here too.
That's part of it, but I kind of hope that a lot of those companies don't go, because a lot of those companies are what I don't like about E3. They're the fluff that I just like.
And then there's also that con fatigue. Now, we talked about this in the Lost video last week, where I went to PAX South and Nintendo was there, and they were the crown jewel of the floor, but there wasn't a whole lot else going on. It was a lot of like chair vendors and like I made my own card game. But like it was Nintendo and a couple other companies, and that was it.
I don't want those people.
And that's because there's so many conventions that these companies, they're now in a position where like I can't just have my travel team go out. Like I have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what was just in Sydney last week?
RTX.
It was RTX, I think it was.
RTX Sydney. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you had the kind of funny guys out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, they're not going to make every convention. So it's just, we're at the point where,
now
we're saying E3 is another one of these type of shows.
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people say maybe this is the death of E3. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Maybe this is the beginning of something new.
I'm hoping that it's going to evolve instead of just die.
I think if E3 died, we just see a lot of companies adopt the treehouse method, which I'm okay with that too.
Right.
No problem with that whatsoever.
And maybe they pick their, you know, convention.
Like
we'll do PAX Prime.
Yeah, where there's just like here's Sony's Direct, here's Microsoft's Direct, here's Nintendo's Direct, here's Bethesda's Direct, here's like a PC Gamers show. Like, I'd be perfectly fine with it being separated like that. Yeah. Instead of it just be like, it's happening now in one night.
Oh, I need it all.
Like,
I need it all.
I like that. I like that.
I love it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Is E3 going the way of the dinosaur? Is letting consumers in a good idea? You tell me. We've sounded off on our end. Now we want to hear from you. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. We need your help.
Literally.
Please.
Literally. Thank you.
Please.
We'll see you soon.